This video, I'll show you exactly how to create high-quality infographics using NotebookLM and how to modify or enhance them using NanoBanana Pro. If you have a free Google account, such as a Gmail account, then you already have access to the free version of both of these tools inside your free Google Drive platform. And anytime that you are inside your Google Drive on desktop, you can go to the menu in the top right corner, and you can access NanoBanana using Gemini, but instead we're going to use Google Vids to access NanoBanana. And then if we scroll all the way down, that's where we'll find NotebookLM. And NotebookLM creates some of the highest quality infographics I've ever seen when it comes to highly detailed infographics that have a lot going on in them, like this. I created this infographic with NotebookLM just by uploading a PLR ebook that I purchased and using it to create a notebook. And then I just asked the AI to create an infographic based on the content, and this is what it came up with on its first try. Here's another infographic that I asked it to create just by choosing a different art style, which was preloaded, and asking it to make a portrait infographic instead of a landscape one. By the end of this tutorial, you should be able to use NotebookLM with or without NanoBanana and Google Vids to create stunning infographics that will make a real difference when it comes to your content marketing efforts. We'll also look at how to use different types of infographic prompts within NotebookLM, and we'll look at how to touch up or modify or otherwise enhance our infographics in Google Vids, which is what we're looking at right here. If all that sounds good, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and share this video with anyone you know, whether they're into content marketing or they're starting their first online business or they're just looking for a side hustle to make some extra money online. The Google suite of AI tools, whether you're on the free version or on a paid workspace account like I'm using, is extremely valuable, and there's a lot of different ways that you can use it to superpower your business or to start something new. And the more that you share with people that you might know who'd find this interesting, the more YouTube will recommend it to other people as well. And so I'd really appreciate that. My name's Alex. I'm a digital marketer and content creator with Lover Fighter Writer, and let's get into the tutorial. Now, if you need help with the basics of how to use NotebookLM and Google Vids, I do have other tutorials on my channel that are very beginner friendly and start at the very beginning. So if you've never used these tools before, I'll link to those more beginner level tutorials in the description. I would recommend checking those out first and then coming back to watch this one, especially if you're having any difficulty figuring it out. But to summarize, what I've done here is I just created a new notebook. I've got a button right here where I can create one, and if I was back in the dashboard, I could use the same thing. And then I just added one source, which is a PLR ebook called the Consistency Code, and then I had it generate a whole bunch of content based on that, including the two infographics that I showed you. And another cool tip is that you can also generate slide decks, and slide decks often look like a whole bunch of infographics. Obviously, they have a little bit of a different style, but it is really useful, especially if you want to use it for a video presentation. And once you've got your sources loaded in and it's finished analyzing them, then if you want, you can just click the infographic button and hit generate, and it will auto-select an art style and create a landscape infographic with a standard level of detail and no special prompts. And that's what I did for this one. And I think it did a great job. It's not the best infographic I've ever seen, but it's a lot better than stuff that I paid freelancers to make for me 4 or 5 years ago. So I feel pretty good about it. And then this one, I like a lot better. And the way I made this one is I went to Infographic, and I selected Portrait, Sketch Note Style, and Detailed. And I don't think I gave it any specific prompts. So let's make a square one. And we'll go with this instructional art style. Leave it on detailed, and I'll put in a prompt that says something like, maybe I can just give it a title. So I'll say title: Forge Diamond Discipline with the Consistency Code. just a little bit of a more interesting title, and we'll hit generate. And that might take a little bit because it is going through a lot of information and creating a very highly detailed infographic. So just for the moment, let's head over to Google Vids. And once you have created a new Google Vid project, which again, you can do through the menu here by clicking on Google Vids, but you can also just go to New and then Google Vids, and it'll do the same thing. Opens one of these, except without this image here. And then you can go to Insert and upload from your computer, or you can add something directly from your drive or your photos, or you can actually generate images right in here. But instead of generating the infographic in Google Vids, we're going to use Google Vids to modify it. And another little tip that I use a lot so that I don't have to create a whole new Google Vids project for every image that I make and I don't get confused with a whole bunch of them is down here. If I click this plus button, it will create a new scene. And so this is like a video project. And so here we're in one scene, here we're in a different scene. And so now I can create as many of these scenes as I want, and I can put one image or multiple images or whatever I want in each scene. And when I click on the infographic and I go to this little wand button, this allows me to edit the image. You can see it's loaded it in over here. You can see it's loaded it in over here, and the image generation tool is activated. And so the first thing that I can do is just say remove watermark bottom right corner. A lot of the time it'll do it if I just say remove watermark, but sometimes it gets a little bit confused about exactly what the watermark is. So as long as I say remove watermark and specify where it is, it usually gets rid of it no problem and doesn't modify anything else about the image. Let's take another look over here. And here we have the Forge Discipline Consistency Code infographic that I just created. Let's take a look at that. Forge Diamond Discipline with the Consistency Code. We have the Foundation of Identity, Step 2, Strategy, Step 3, Implementation, Step 4, Mastery. And so I think this is really, really good. I'm just kind of reading through it as I'm talking here. I don't see any typos or any significant issues. Sometimes the text might be a little bit out of place, or there might be a typo, or something just doesn't look quite right. But this one looks like it did a very good job. And I can right-click and go to Save Image As if I want to download it to my device. But I can also click on these three dots and either get it to show my prompt, which is useful if you forget the prompt, or I can go to download right here as well. And it just downloads as the exact same image, whether you right-click and save image, or you go to this and hit download. It downloads it the same way as a PNG file, which is generally pretty ideal for infographics. Now that that's done, we'll take a look at how this is going. And so if I click, and over here on the right, we have my prompt, and then we have the image that it created from my prompt. And so if I just click on this, it blows it up a little bit. And so I'm going to go to a new scene here. And so I'm going to go to one of these blank scenes. And then I'll click on this again and say Insert. Increase the size of this a little bit here. And now I can check between the two of them and see if it messed up anything when it did that. And I wouldn't say that it messed anything up. It certainly got rid of the watermark, and it also removed this kind of like outline thing, which kind of makes it look nicer, but is also kind of unnecessary. With this version, I would be able to crop it and make it a bit smaller with a little bit less empty space. But I do think that the text over here, we focus on this little text underneath Never Miss Twice. It's a little bit harder to read. It seems a little bit lower quality than it was over here. And so I'm going to try one more prompt. And so in the Generate Image tool, this image that I generated is still what I'm working with. So if I give it another prompt, it will modify this image. So I'll just say, expand the infographic to fill the space properly and make sure all text is easy to read. See what it does with that. And we can head back to NotebookLM. And I think I'll try the same prompt again, but I'm going to do it in a different style. So I'll just go show prompt, and then I can copy it right here, close out of this, and then I'll go infographic once more. And let's stick with landscape. And scientific sounds interesting. We'll go with highly detailed again. And I'll paste the same prompt right in here and say generate. And back in Google Vids. So now I can look at this one, and I can look at this one to compare. And I'll go to a new scene and insert it again. Search the image again. And it didn't change it very much, but the text in some of the smaller areas is a little bit more solid. It's a little bit easier to read. And so I'd be pretty happy with this. I think this is pretty much ready to go. I could do individual prompts and see how it does with that. I could do more highly targeted prompts and see how that happens. Like, for example, it says mastery through systems, not willpower, but through is not capitalized. Let's try that. Capitalize through in mastery through systems, not willpower. See if it can get that right. And then we'll head back here. And this one's still generating, but this finished up pretty quickly. So again, I'll add a new scene. Go to the new scene, click on this and say insert. And it did capitalize the T, but it kind of looks like it made the T a little bit more bold. Although I think it still looks a bit better than it did when it was lowercase. And it looks like everything else pretty much stayed the same. So I'll try one more prompt and just say, make sure all text elements have consistent font, style, capitalization, and weight within the same element. See if that helps. Let's check on my last infographic here. The consistency code framework. Forge diamond discipline with the consistency code. So I don't really like the fact that it put this massive paragraph of text at the top that's like what you don't want in an infographic. But the rest of this is pretty cool. So I think I could probably modify the prompt a little bit or use a different art style or something, or maybe even just the same prompt with less detail. Let's try that. So go prompt, copy, and we'll go to infographic. It might be something about the scientific style that makes it do that, but we'll see. So we'll just leave it on standard. And actually, let's go to concise, see what that does. Generate that one. And we take a look over here. All right, I don't think that improved it very much. We'll take a quick look. All right, so there are a few minor differences between them, but I think either would be fine. And if there's anything that I really didn't like for example, if this T being a heavier bold was driving me crazy, then I could just manually edit that in Photoshop, a different AI image editor. For example, I have a video where I compared NanoBanana, which is what we're using here, to Seedream. And I found that Seedream was a little bit better for edits like this, whereas NanoBanana was a little bit better for generating the initial image. So that's something that I could do if I was really concerned about this. But I would be willing to use this as an infographic included in an article or something like that. I think it's fine. And the best way to download images from Google Vids is actually from the preview. So when you click on the preview and you have it here, you can right click and go to Save Image As. And that'll actually download it as a JPEG, which is a little bit smaller and more manageable. For some reason, they don't really have an easy way to download the image from the canvas, but you can right-click and copy it and then paste it somewhere else that you can save it. And I'm not aware of any other ways of downloading the images individually. So if I'm missing something, if you know another way of doing that, let me know. But basically, the best way to do it is just in the preview, right-click, Save Image As. And if you can't do that, then you can right-click on it on the canvas and copy it and put it somewhere else. It's kind of weird. I don't understand why they don't have an easy way to download images from the canvas, but it is what it is. And now before we finish up, we'll take a look at my last infographic. And this one used the scientific art style, but we put it on concise. And oh, I really like that a lot. And this is why sometimes you just need to play around with settings. It seems like the scientific art style doesn't do as well when you put it on high detail, but when you put it on concise detail, this is still a lot of detail. It's like the exact right amount. And not only that, it used the diamond title to create a diamond and turn that into the visual of the infographic. So I think this is really nice. Definitely download this one. And if I was going to write an article with a similar title, this would absolutely be the main infographic image that I would use. I might even use it as the featured image. Although infographics don't typically make great thumbnails or featured images because they're a little bit too detailed for a high click-through rate. But I really like this. And just to show you the whole process one more time, I'll create a new scene. I'll go to Insert and Upload. Although I also could have just copy and pasted it, or I could have saved it to my drive and loaded it in that way. And then I click on it. And then I don't want any of my previous history to affect this. So I'm going to go to this button to say Clear History and Confirm. And then when I click on this and I say Edit, it's starting a whole new project over here. And I'll just again say Remove Watermark, bottom right corner. And I'll create another new scene and add the infographic here. And in addition to removing the watermark, it looks like it actually improved the legibility a little bit. It looks like it added a very small outline to a lot of the lettering, which just makes it pop a little bit more. So I'll remember before I forget to open the preview, right click and save image as. And now I've downloaded that, so I can close this. And that's it. Just to summarize, NotebookLM is the best AI infographic creator that I've personally used. I've used a bunch of different AI image generators to create infographics. Some of them do a great job, some of them do a terrible job, but NotebookLM is evidently geared towards this type of thing, which is why it has a built-in infographic button. And it creates really detailed and specific and high-quality infographics. The only issue is that if you want to remove the watermark or you want to modify something about them, you can't really do that right in NotebookLM, which is why I recommend using Google Vids if you want to change anything. And again, you could also manually edit stuff in Photoshop or in other ways. But so far, this has been working really well for me. And I really like this infographic that we came up with together. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with anyone you know who wants to work on something like this. And I'll talk to you again soon.